What's up, y'all? In this video, I'll go over how to control virtual instruments on your DAW or computer using your Lofi-12 XT. By using MIDI and audio over USB, you can trigger and capture sounds directly from your computer, which opens up some interesting workflow possibilities. So let's check it out. The first thing you'll need to do is connect your Lofi-12 XT to your computer using a USB cable. Here I have a cable with USB micro on one side and USB-A on the other side. Next up are the MIDI settings. So go to the system menu by holding function and then pressing play. Then select MIDI and scroll down to config. From here, change the out to USB with the B knob. You also need to enable transmit note with the C knob. And to ensure you can hear the output from your VST or DAW, you need to enable the USB audio from the external source page. Hold function and then press mix, and then press the right auxiliary button to get to the USB input page. And from here, make sure that the enable parameter is set on by turning the A knob. Okay, let's switch to the PC. You may need to change different settings depending on the program you're using. So first I'll set this up with Reason, and then a little later I'll set it up using a standalone VST. So in Reason, I need to click Edit at the top, and then select Preferences. First up are the audio settings. I'm on Windows, so I use a special program called ASIO for All so that the audio doesn't have any latency or lag. So I need to click into the ASIO for All control panel and then select the Lofi-12 XT. And we also need the DAW to receive the MIDI, so I'll click in the MIDI tab and make sure that the Lofi-12 XT is enabled. With all that set up, I should be able to press pads on the Lofi-12 XT and hear the sounds from my DAW. I just need to load up a VST to control, and then I'll press the pad button so I can send a range of notes over a single channel. For this first example, we'll use some sounds from the DAW to create the rhythm section. I can use the Lofi-12 XT sequencer to create a pattern, which I can then sample onto the Lofi-12 XT as a loop, or I can slice. Now that I've got the pattern sequenced, I need to hold Shift and press record to get to the sampling screen. And from here, I'll switch to the USB input by turning the A knob. Then I'll select a pad I want to record to, and then press the pad again to arm the recording. And now I'll press play and the pattern will get recorded in. Now that the sample is on the Lofi-12 XT, I can set it to play all the way through by turning off the envelope on the amp page and adding a note to the first step of the pattern. And don't forget to mute the MIDI sequence that you recorded so it doesn't play doubled. Or you can slice the loop and play back the chops. You could also record one-shots as a chain from the DAW, which you can then arrange and sequence entirely on the Lofi-12 XT. You just need to add a note for each sample with enough space between them for the full sample to play. I like using the eighth notes, or the odd-numbered steps, and lowering the tempo to set something like this up. Then you can record and slice it using the same steps from before. Now I'll switch over to another sound source to create a melody. This one is called Analog Lab Play by Arturia. Just like with Reason, I need to make sure that the Lofi-12 XT is set as the audio source, so I have to use ASIO for all as well. And I need to select the Lofi-12 XT under the MIDI ports setting. And just like before, I can press these pads and trigger the sounds from Analog Lab. Another neat tool on the Lofi-12 XT is the scale mode, which makes it so that all the pads correspond to the harmonic scale and root note that you select. To get to the scale settings, you just have to go to the sound page and then press the pad button. And from here, you can turn the A knob to change the scale and the B knob to change the root note. So let's try one of these interesting ones, like Locrian. One other thing you need to do is set the Analog Lab to listen to a specific MIDI channel. That way this Rode sound won't trigger when my drum sequence plays. So in Analog Lab Play, I'll press this gear icon in the top right corner and make it so that this VST is listening to a specific MIDI channel. And you can select any one of these, so I'll pick 6. Now on the Lofi-12 XT, I'll go to the MIDI settings by holding function and then pressing the play button. And then this time I'll select track. And I just need to have one of my track pads send MIDI on channel 6. So I'll set track 5 to send MIDI on channel 6. And now when I press play, the drum sequence isn't triggering the Rhodes VST, since that track isn't sending MIDI on channel 6. Okay, let's play some riffs in. Just like before, I'll use the Lofi-12 XT sequencer to record the notes, but the sounds will be coming from Analog Lab. And once I'm ready to capture it and bring it into the Lofi-12 XT, I just jump into the record screen, select a pad to record it to, and arm the recording, and then press play. And you don't have to record a fully sequenced loop. Sometimes sampling a single note gives you more flexibility to sequence things on the Lofi-12 XT. So I'll record a single note of this bass VST, and then I can play that chromatically from the sampler. I just need to make sure the note I record is tuned to C, since the tuning needs to be correct for the scale mode to work properly. So I just have to turn the root note to C to get a C note. And then you have to put a note in the sequence since you can't play the VST while you're in the record screen. Now I can switch back to the correct root note and keep jamming. So that's how to use the USB audio and MIDI capabilities on the Lofi-12 XT to integrate sounds from your DAW or VSTs. And there are plenty of other possibilities, like using virtual instruments on your phone or tablet, or using different types of VSTs, like ones that are dedicated to sample chopping, like Serato Sample. Well, that does it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.